Okay, so let us today students talk about string slicing. Okay, so using this slicing operator or slicing operation, you can slice and dice your strings, right, to extract certain parts of a particular string, right? So you can also make use of another operation, right? Just like with the other methods that we have seen in the previous class, right? There is a much more simple operation that is supported in Python 3, which is called as slicing, right? So let's get started. So let me show you these examples through the REPL mode for the slicing operations. So here in terminal, so let me invoke my REPL by typing Python 3. Okay, so inside REPL, let me have a string, say SSN College of Engineering, right? And let us understand the slicing operation in strings. Okay, now slicing operation, you make use of the index of operator, right? Just like you can make use of the index of operator to index any particular item or retrieve any particular item, right? You make use of the index of operator. So when you say index of, right, and when you say zero, right, you are getting the first letter, right? So these things we know already, right? We make use of the index of operator to get the element from the sequence. Here in this case, our sequence is the dictionary. All right. So slicing is, again, you make use of the same kind of syntax, the index of operator, but rather than specifying the index alone, right, you also specify colon, right? So let us just start with this. So you make use of this operation, right? This is an operator. So when you just specify this, right, it again is the entire string, right? You retrieve the entire string. Okay, it is similar to this. Okay. Now you can make use of this index of operator, right, and the slicing operator within it, right, to specify your start position and the end position, right? So you can specify something like, say 1, right, and this is your end position. If you say 4, right, what do you mean by this, right? So let us understand this, right? So this extracts the string, right, starting from the first position, right? In fact, it starts from 0, so it starts from extracts your second letter, right, and it stops at the last position, but not including the last item or the last character. So in that particular case, what will be the output, guys? Just trace and tell me from SSN College of Engineering.
OLL.
Okay, so how do you say OLL? So it starts from the first. So 0, 1. So it is yes.
Space C.
SSN, sorry. SN
Yes,
Space
N.
C. Space
space.
C.
Yeah, so 0, 1. So you get this yes, right? 2, 3. Fourth will not be included. So C will be included or not.
No.
No,
So
sir.
essentially you will get yes, N and then a space, right? So you get yes, N and a space. All right, now let us have another example. So if I say this is say 4 and 4. So in this case, what am I doing? I'm doing this intentionally. So in this case, it is very flexible enough and it will not give us any result, right? And if I say 14, count and tell me from 4 till 14.
Till 13, sir.
Yeah, essentially till 13. It is not going to include the last element. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right?
Sir,
5,
college of.
okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, right? So college of, okay. Okay, now if I say, if I don't specify ending position here, what do you think will be the answer?
Sir, College of Engineering.
It is College of Engineering, right? Now, if I say 0, then
The whole string, sir.
the whole
thing.
Same.
Okay. Now if I say a 10 here,
0 to 9.
0 to 9, sir.
okay, so understanding. So let us see x once again. Okay. Now I can also specify a third part to your slicing operation optionally. So I can say something like this. Say if I start from say 2, right, and then say end at 14, right, and if I say 2 here, right, now this third part your step count, right. Now tell me the answer. Now it is essentially you start from 0, 1, 2, right, till the 14th character. So essentially till the 13th character, right? But you skip 2 characters, right? So you start from 0, 1, 2, right? And then 1, this is skipped, and then C is printed, right? And then this is skipped, and then L is printed. So just trace and tell me what will be the output.
N C L E E O.
NCLEEO. NCLEEO. Fantastic. Right? So you get the idea.
Sir, can you repeat that, sir?
Yeah. So as you can see here, right, this is your starting position, ending position, and this is your step count. So these 3 parameters, see, think of these 3 parameters similar to your parameters in your range function. It works exactly the same way, right? Your starting position, ending position, your step count. So your starting position here is 2, 0, 1, 2, n, right? Till the 14th position, essentially the 13th position, since the last character is not included, but you skip by 2 characters, right? So essentially the second character will be printed. So you start at n, and then 1 character is skipped, C, right? And then 1 character is skipped, L, 1 character skipped, L, which is printed, and 1 character is skipped. So, okay, let me come back again. So, 0, 1, 2, 1 skipped C, 1 skipped L, 1 skipped E, 1 skipped E, 1 skipped O. All right?
Yes, sir.
Now, what will be the answer here? Zero, one, two.
NLE, I think so.
NLE.
Okay. NLE. So, all right. So far, so good. Clear, all of you? Slicing part. Okay. Now, see, guys, you can also make use of this technique in slicing. See, we just use this colon, right? You can also specify 2 colons. Now, just if you specify 2 colons, it is going to be the entire string, right? Now, if you specify these 2 colons, right, and you can specify an offset here or here, right? If you specify an offset here, right? Okay, before we specify an offset here, let us make use of this single offset. Say 2 colon, right? Say if I say -1 here. In this case,
Sir, will it?
guys, -1 means what? If you say x of -1,
Index of last.
okay? Yeah, so it starts from the last, right? So we can make use of this negative thing also in our regular slicing. So if I say 2 comma 2 colon minus 1.
From 2 to the last one.
From 2 to the last one, but G will be included or not?
Yes, G will be included.
Why G will be included? So what is our idea? First till the last element, but not the last element. So it is essentially till minus 2, right? As per the
Okay.
definition. So ideally, G should not be printed. So you don't have G.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Now coming back to our other technique. So when you specify this, right, and you can traverse in reverse, right, this way, right. So this is going to give you the reverse of your entire string. So how does this work, right? So what is the idea behind this? If you say this, this is your entire reverse string or the string in reverse.
Sir, it's jumping backwards.
It is jumping backward. So essentially from the last, so it is essentially your step count. Okay, from
Sir,
backwards. It is essentially just your step count from backwards. So even if you say like this, right, it is still the same answer. So this here in this case, it means that you start from your this position, which is minus 1, right? So which is G, right? And your step count is minus 1, right? So essentially the same thing. So this and this essentially is the same thing. To understand this better, now say for example, if I say this as 2, what will be the answer?
sir, the two S's won't be there.
So it is
From
essentially starting from 2. It is essentially starting from 2. So it is n. It starts with n. 0, 1, 2. So it starts with n, right? And your step count is minus 1. Which is
it will go
your,
backwards.
it will go backward. So it is going to essentially print what? What is the answer?
Sir, those two
Reverse
yes
string
won't
till
be
yes.
printed, sir.
2s won't come, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the string in reverse till n, right?
Yes, sir.
Without the G.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let us see. What you get, but. So if the, see, now see how this is working. So it's starting from 2, right? We anticipated that it is going to be the entire string without the G till n, right? So what is happening here? It starts from n, right? And then it prints backward. Make sense?
Sir, then where will it
See, okay, now
end, sir?
make use of this particular idea to print EGELLOC. How can you do that? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So can I say something like this?
Start from 9 and at 4, sir.
10 and 1.
10 and
Yeah. So start from 10, right? And your skip count is minus 1. Print in reverse.
10
Right?
SS also.
Pardon?
Wanted only the college part to be in reverse, no, sir. You 10 and minus 1
Ah,
it will be SS also. 10 to 4
yeah.
only.
So what do you think will be the answer for this?
SS and college in reverse.
SSN.
Your voice is breaking.
You hear me now, sir?
Is my audio stable? Is my voice breaking, guys?
No, sir, your voice is
No,
not
sir.
breaking.
Hello, students.
Sir, we can hear you, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thanks for your response. So, tell me, like, what will be the answer for this? It starts at
E
10.
starts
0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So it will go from E college.
Is it G,
No, E, sir.
E?
E G
So
E
yes.
L L O C N S S.
E, sir. E, sir.
Okay.
I counted from one. Okay.
Okay. So if it is E, then what is going to be the output, guys? E G E L L O C
LLOC space NSS.
space NSS.
space NSS. Fantastic. Okay. Now say using this particular method, you just want to print E G E L L O C.
Ten 4 minus 1, sir.
10, 4 minus 1, sir.
Okay, so you say 10 double colon or single colon? Single colon?
4.
Where? Here?
Actually, it's 10 2 minus 1.
Okay, you mean to make use of this operator or this operator? 10 2 minus 1, you say?
Yes, sir.
This way?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So E G E L L O C. Okay, any doubts on this slicing?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, when we write x, 2 minus 1, sir. Like it starts from 2
Okay,
and ends at minus 1.
okay.
Like I want the logic, sir. Why is it prints n, then College of Engineering, at the last G won't be there.
Correct. So see, last character is not included, right? So it is essentially till minus 2 from reverse. So this is minus 1, minus 2. So last character is not printed. So till n, this will be printed. Starting
No, sir.
from 2, 0, 1, 2.
Start from 2 and end from minus 1 only, no, sir. The NSS. Start from 2 and end at minus 1. Oh, no, nothing, sir. Got it. Sorry.
Sir, I
Okay,
actually understood.
I think you got confused with the double colon operator.
Yes, sir.
Okay, double colon operator, when you specify, that is your step count. Okay.
So you're saying me?
I don't know. The other guy who was asking about
Sir, I
this
was the
logic.
one interrupted. I'm sorry. I got
Okay.
confused. Sorry.
You understood?
Yeah, I understood, sir.
Okay.
Sir, actually,
Okay.
sir, I understood it starts from 2, means it starts from n.
Yes.
Then the ending point is minus 1.
Okay.
So minus 1 means it's it will start from G. No, it ends
Minus
at G, no, sir.
Yeah, minus 1 is your last ending point, which is G here. Minus 1 means it starts from the last, right?
Yes, sir.
So minus 1 is G. But according to the logic, right? So starting position, ending position, the ending element is not included.
Okay, so sir, here if we write minus 1, we are indexing it from the reverse way without like printing G.
Yeah, you're printing n till the last
Okay, till
element,
n.
which is till n.
Okay,
So it
sir.
is essentially from capital N till small n.
Okay, sir. Sir,
Okay.
here, okay, sir. Here, instead of writing minus 1 also, we can like type till 2 to 14 or 15, somewhat like that.
You can.
Okay, I don't know. Till n means.
Okay, so how can you do that? Let us find the length of that. Length of x, right? So it is 26. So you can say from 2 till 26, right? So essentially till 25. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Right.
It prints the same. Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
So the only
can I
change is we
give,
are indexing from the reverse way.
Yeah, you're indexing it from the reverse way when you specify it in
Okay,
negative. Yeah.
Okay,
sir,
sir.
2 colon minus
Thank you, sir.
0 is possible, sir?
2 colon
Minus 0.
minus 0. What do you mean by that?
Minus 1 means till the end, no, sir. If I want to get G also, is that possible?
You want to get what? You want to get G.
G.
No, you don't specify anything.
Oh, with using minus, I can't do that, sir.
You mean to say like minus 0? This is not correct.
Okay.
Minus 0, like, what does it do? It doesn't. There is nothing called as minus 0. Yeah. Any other doubts before proceeding slicing? Before proceeding with the next concept? Any doubts on slicing?
Sir,
See, as we will see later. Yeah. Tell me.
sir, what if I give x of 225 minus 1, sir?
X of
2 colon 25 colon minus 1.
colon
Minus 1.
plus 1.
Minus 1, sir. Plus 1 means it will go from starting, sir. Minus 1 means like.
Okay. Minus 1. Okay, so your starting position, ending position, and this is your step count, minus 1.
Yes, sir.
So, what are you trying to do?
No, sir, like, I know this is wrong, but I'm saying I'm trying to get what is the output.
Okay, so what do you think will be the output? So 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. Right? Your step count is minus 1. So what do you think will happen now? Your ending position is 25. So forget about the ending position, you will never reach 25, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so 0, 1, 2, right? And then you say minus 1. So n and then?
N, yes, I think.
Yes. Yeah, ns. And then you don't have anything, right?
Yes, sir.
So ideally you should get ns. So you're not getting anything. So it is improper. So let us understand this. Why this is improper? If you do a minus 2, if you do a minus 1, you are getting this. If you do a minus 2, right, or in fact anything, right, it is giving you an improper result, right, or nothing. So why is this happening? Can you guys guess? So 0, 1, 2, right?
Sir, when we want the output in the reverse way, we should start with the higher indexing, no, sir?
You start with the higher index?
Like 25 first and 2, then?
No, that is okay. That let us try. But why this is happening? We anticipated the result to be at least ns. Assuming that the length is not met. So maybe since the length is not met, right, it is giving us empty. Or if it is 25, if you say 25 and then tell minus 1, step by minus 4. Now this probably will make sense, yes or no? What is happening here? What is the output? So whether it will start from G or N? G, right?
N only, sir.
N, sir.
26.
G is 26.
Okay.
26.
25th letter is N or G, guys? Can you just
N,
know?
sir.
N, sir.
N, sir.
Okay. If it is N, right? Then you are going in reverse. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? And then 1, 2, 3, 4. En. So let us see if it gets printed that way. It is not getting printed.
Sir,
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 according to the indexing, -1 is also G only, no, sir.
yes. -1 is n.
Come again?
According to the
Sir.
indexing, -1 is also G only, no, sir. Like, index number -1 index G is there. So when you say 25 to -1, you're essentially telling G to G.
So
Yes,
which
sir.
is empty. Correct, correct.
But
Absolutely.
the first case I don't get it, sir. Like 2 to 25, that case I don't. This case I'm getting.
Yeah, first case even I am confused. So first case, let us understand why it is not coming. So this was our first case. The previous case, like, is it from G to G or N to N?
Sir, it's N to G, I think.
N.
25 is G or N, sir. I didn't count.
Okay. Anyways, coming to this 225 minus 1. Let us understand this, why we are getting this as empty. Let us, for simplicity, let us have just say SSN, right? And have this from say 0, 0, 1, 2. So let us have this 2. So what do you think here is the logic? So this is for just for simplicity.
Yes.
So will it be NSS?
Will it be NSS? We don't get anything here. This is fine. But why this is empty?
Sir, I have logic. I don't know whether it's correct or not.
Hmm.
Like when you're telling 2 to 25, start from 2, go backwards till the 25th position. So this 25 will be in the 25 in the string or 25 somewhere else. Get my thing.
Okay, forget about the 25 thing now. Now see this smaller string SSN. Okay, now let us understand this logic, guys. Your step count is -1. So here,
Can you just do 2, 0 and -1, sir?
okay, it says NS.
So that's what I thought was, if you tell from 0 to 2, sir, if you type 0 to -1, it goes from 0 and there isn't anything to the left because you are going backwards.
Yeah, so essentially this will get reversed, you mean? This
Yeah,
will
if,
be,
well, sir, I'm not able to get you, sir.
this one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so this is your starting position, ending position, and you're going backwards.
From starting, if you are going backwards, it won't go to 2, no, sir, because 2 is forward, like 0, 1, 2 sequence. 0, you're telling to go backwards, but there's nothing.
Makes sense, correct. So you start from 0, right? Your ending position is 0, 1, right? So this is your ending position, which is your second yes, right? But then you are asking to go backwards. Your step count is -1. So as you said before, yes, there is nothing. So it is giving an empty list. Now let us come and say this. You start with 2. So 0, 1, 2, which is your n, right? And your ending position is 0, but then you are asking to go backwards, right? With a step count of -1, right? So essentially it is n and then yes.
Yes,
So
Makes
what
sense?
about the other S, sir?
Other?
Yes.
other s is not going to be printed, right?
Okay. Okay. Okay, sir.
If zero, now it will take one less than zero. No?
Yes. Yes, sir. Understood. Okay.
Yeah. Now, when you say this and -2, what do you think?
Only n will.
Yeah.
Sir, in the previous X value, like SSN College of Engineering, you wrote 2 colon and empty, sir. 2 colons and -1, sir.
Your voice is breaking. I'm not able to get your complete sentence.
Okay, sir. College of Engineering. Just type it, sir. Once.
Okay.
And X 2 colon
2 colon
again colon and -1, sir.
2 colon
Colon -1.
2 colon -1. Okay.
No, sir. No, sir.
Oh.
There are 2 colons actually.
Okay.
Colon
-1. Step is -1.
String.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Now it prints. I think it starts from n.
It starts from 2.
Second position, that is n.
0, 1, 2. Yeah. N.
Yes, sir. Then -1.
Yeah. What is -1?
Yes.
Now here -1 is not your ending thing. -1 is your
No, sir.
step count.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So it starts at n -1. So what do you think? In reverse, -1. Yeah.
NSS.
Whether it will be NSS or just NS.
NSS.
NSS, right? NSS. Now, if you say 2 minus 2,
NS.
NS.
all right?
NS. Sir,
Yes.
I didn't understand that X colon 0 colon -2. That example, can you explain, sir?
Okay. With the same thing, SSN College of Engineering, you mean to say X 0 colon?
No, sir. Like above thing. Above thing, sir. X 2 down, sir. Down.
Yeah.
Next thing, sir.
Yeah.
I didn't understand this code. Can you explain?
Yeah. Here, what you are doing, you are starting from 2.
Okay, sir.
So 0, 1, 2. You start from 2 and your ending position is 0.
Okay, sir.
So your ending position is your first element. Your starting position is n, right? And from your starting position, you are traversing backward with a step count of -2.
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it S should be printed. So okay. 0 means 0 minus 1 is sir. 0 plus 1 should come, no, sir. So S won't be printed. I thought S will be printed, but S should not be printed. Okay.
No, if you put a -1, S is getting printed.
Okay, sir.
-2. -2 means only n will be printed, right?
Okay, sir.
0, 1, 2, right? And then till 0 you are going. So when you start from here, right? -1, -2, S is not going to be printed. Tell me why.
Because if we don't give that 0 means it in between 0 means it will print S, no, sir. If we don't give that 0 means S will be printed.
Yeah. So
double colon.
Double colon. Yeah. You mean this way?
Yes, sir. Okay. Sorry.
Now you still have any confusions why S is not getting printed?
That sir, that 2 double colon minus 2 different sir. Double colon minus 2.
2 double colon
Minus 2.
minus 2.
Do double colon minus 2 sir.
Okay.
Yes sir. Print
What do you think will be printed here?
NS. Okay.
All right.
Hmm.
Yeah. So is this, did you understand this here? Why S is not printing?
Yes sir. Understood.
Okay. Why?
Because 0 means it should be like 0 plus 1 no sir. So it will start from n.
Yeah.
N will be printed and
N will be printed. Correct.
n s minus 2, so s won't be printed, and then it is terminated at that s itself sir.
Yeah, because the last element is not considered, right?
Yes sir.
Yeah, so the last element is not considered, so it is essentially till the first element. Understanding?
Yes sir.
Yeah.
And step count 0 is not allowed no sir.
Step count 0 is the default, it's not allowed, right?
Okay.
Step count 0 means you are not essentially stepping by any value.
Okay sir.
Anybody else, guys? Any other doubts on slicing?
Sir,
Yes.
what if we have a starting as a negative number and we have a step as negative also?
Well, let us have an example. Starting as?
A negative number like minus 2.
Okay.
Then colon colon.
Colon colon, okay.
Minus 1.
Minus 1. Okay, so what you are essentially saying is you start with minus 2, right, and have a step count of minus 1.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so what do you think will be the answer here?
Minus 2, 1. From n. Um,
From n?
N, I, R, something like that.
IR till?
Till S.
All right.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
I was working out in my PC, sir, but I didn't get this answer. So I just asked you.
Okay. Hope it is clear.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So shall we proceed to the next concept, guys? Okay, so that was slicing, guys. Let us revisit formatting once again and see one more aspect, template strings. But before we see this particular aspect with a very simple example, on these points, again, a kind of refresher or a recall, right? One or more arguments on format, right? Positional arguments in placeholders. All these things we have discussed, but do you want to have a revisit once again, guys, on format and fstring?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so all right, so this is your format part. So format method, you can specify one or more arguments. Okay, so you can specify one argument or you can specify more than one argument. In this case, if it is one argument, and if you run the program, it is x 100, right? And we can specify more than one argument if we want, right? All right. The second point is, first point is, as we have seen now, we can have one argument or more than one argument, and if you have more than one argument, you separate it with a comma within your format function. Second point is, you can have positional arguments in placeholders, right? This also we have already seen. So what do you mean by this? Positional arguments in placeholders. So this is implicit here, right? So positional argument, it is 0 base, so it is explicit here, right? So it starts from 0. So it is still the same, right? And if you specify 1 and 0, in this particular case, what will be the answer?
So 200 and 100.
200 and 100. All right, so that is this point, positional arguments in placeholders. You can also have named arguments or variables in placeholders, which we have also seen. So what do you mean by that? So we can have a named argument, say A, B, okay, and then you can say here A equal to X and say B equal to Y, right? So named arguments are also allowed. Okay, guys. Argument order in the placeholders may be changed, that we have already seen, right? So here we can change the order as well if we want. So if you specify, we have already changed our positional argument order. So let us also change the order of our named variables or arguments and see if it works. So if I do a B here and A here, what is the answer? This can also be done. So here in this case, what is the answer, guys?
Same, sir. 200 and 100.
200 and 100. Named arguments, variables in placeholders, argument order in the placeholders may be changed. Arguments in the placeholders can be repeated. You can do that as well. So if we go back to our original thing, what is the answer here, guys?
So all are 100.
All are
200, sir.
all are 200, right? In fact,
Oh,
am I right?
yes, yes, sir.
Okay. So you can have repetitions as well, depending upon what you're trying to print or output. So arguments in the placeholders can be repeated. Format specifiers or directives can also be used. We have also seen this. So let us see an example once again. Okay, so how do you specify a format specifier or a format directive, guys? How do you specify? Recall and tell me. Put a colon. Okay. Okay. And after colon, what do you specify? You can specify a number, right, which is your character bit, right? Say for example, 6. Say 6, right? So you can see total number of character bit for X is, or your first positional argument is 6, and for your second argument is 6, right? You can specify leading zeros like this. Okay. You can left justify and right justify. You can specify an explicit sign also, right? So for example, let us just take one variable and say, for example, I explicitly say plus x or plus, just plus. What do you think will be the answer for this part? Any guess? When you use this sign symbol, the sign is also displayed, right? Okay, now when you make this x a negative number, right? What do you think will be the answer now?
Plus minus 100.
Plus minus 100.
It is not. It will say minus 100 explicitly. You don't specify minus here, right? That is not supported. See? Rather, if you say this way, and if you say this is minus 100 explicitly, right? The sign is reflected. Okay, also you can make use of a percentage operator. Say for example, x is say 0.02, right? You can say this as percentage, right? What do you think will be the answer? This gives you the percentage of this, whatever number you are specifying. In floating point. So I've set the answer. Now tell me what will be the expected output.
Sir, will it be 0.30 and 2?
No, it will give the percentage of this 0.02 in this particular case, right, with the percentage symbol in floating point. So it is essentially going to be 2.000%, right? 0.02 is 2%.
Okay, sir. Okay.
All right, and
So it'll give the same number in percentage, sir. It'll give the floating number in percentage.
pardon?
Sir, so doing that will give the floating number in percentage.
Percentage along
Okay,
with the
sir.
percentage symbol. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, and if you want to have only two decimal places to the right, as we have already seen in our lab examples, you can specify a say 0.2 here. Okay, now let us take this back to say 100. Also, you can represent the binary representation using B, which we have already seen, right? So just like B, to say B here, gives us the binary representation. One 100 is the value of 100. Okay, and if it is 10, it is 1010. If it is just 2, right, 10. And if you want to have a padding, right, you can specify that as well. Say 0.8. Similarly, rather than B, if you just specify a hex, right, it is going to give the hexadecimal value. If it is X, right, so 11 is B, and the octal value is by O. If you want to have a octal value representation, this 13. So that is this point. Format specifiers can also be used, right? Left justification, right justification, leading zero, sign, right? F, BOX, BOX we have seen. What is F, guys? F also we have already seen in the previous discussion. What is that?
Hexadecimal.
F.
F string, sir.
F string is also with F, but also you can specify a F here, which is explicitly you are saying that it is floating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sir, this is what we used in 0.2 F module for like writing in 2 decimals. Okay, yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So that is format, guys, and then F string. F string is also similar to format, but what is the difference? You make use of the variable name in placeholders rather than positional arguments or named variables. Right, so that is the only difference, right? In fact, F string is a shortcut to the format method, right? And also you can make use of format specifiers as we have seen with the format method. It can also be used with F strings. Also, you can make use of expressions, any functions or any other calculations within your F string placeholder also, right? That is also possible. So that is F string. F string, I think all of us know. Do you want to have a revisit, or do you guys are you guys comfortable with the syntax already? F string, guys. How do you specify F string? Right?
Curly braces.
Curly braces. No, is this correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what will be the output here?
F is 0 and Y is 1.
F is 0 and Y is 1, right? So you can
place expressions inside there.
Yeah, you can specify expressions, right? You can in this case, whether this will work, this will also work. So what will be the answer?
Sir, X is 210. Okay.
Okay, so you can make use of expressions. You can specify any functions also. Inbuilt functions can also be used within this particular expression. Format specifiers can also be used, right? So that is F strings. 1 second, guys. Supply went off. Yeah. So far, so good. Any doubts?
Sir, if it is possible, can you make a list of all of these format syntax, sir? Format string syntax.
Format string syntax. I did not get you.
Because no, it's easy to get confused, sir. What does what?
No, think of F string as a simple shortcut to the format method. You either go with using F strings or format method. When you make use of the format method, you just put a dot format after your literal string. That's it. Right? And what you specify here is your variable names. Right? And what goes here is your positional arguments. This is format, right? Both are kind of okay. It is a good practice only, right? But I generally recommend making use of F strings, right, rather than making use of format, because F strings are much more readable, much more shorter, concise, right, than the format method. But again, it's your personal choice. Either make use of format or F string.
Okay.
Also time 12. So it's 9 now. So Before we actually stop, guys, 2 more minutes. I'll just complete this part also, which is related to formatting, so that we'll be done with the strings part. So the other one is, guys, you have got one more thing which is available, but it is very rarely used. But this is just for an additional information. That is template strings, right? It is also used for formatting, right? So the idea behind using template strings is you make use of a class called as template from your string module and make use of the substitute method. So let us see an example very quick to understand template strings, right? So what you do is, say, let us have a string. Say we specify x is, when you make use of a template string, guys, right? First of all, you import a class called as template from string. So from string, you import something called as template and then make use of the substitute method within template. So let us have a string, say x is. Now, rather than making use of the placeholder like this in format and f strings, right, we make use of the placeholder using the dollar symbol, right? Say x is x and y is $y. Okay. So if I do this, now consider this as your placeholder. So this is your placeholders, right? What you do is you make use of this particular class template. Now template is a class. I invoke this particular class to create an object, right? So I create an object of the template class by making use of its constructor, right? So I specify the constructor, and within the constructor method, right, I specify the string, right? So you pass in this particular string to your template constructor, you instantiate or create an object, right? And to this, right, once you create an object of this particular class template, right, you call the substitute method, right? And substitute what is to be substituted for your placeholders represented by $x and $y, right? So how you can substitute that is you can specify something like this. Say, for example, you can specify your named variable kind of syntax you can make use of here. I want to say x is equal to 10 and say y equal to 20, right? This whole thing you can put it in a variable and then print that variable, but again, just for simplicity and for time, let me print this directly. And if I run this, right, it is x is 10 and y is 20, right? So this is called as template strings, right? Now this probably might be more readable and more easy to understand, right? But it is again, it's your call, but I think like f string is the much more feasible option or much more readable option than all this, right? So this is another alternative available for formatting strings. Now, again, if you want to substitute this using a dictionary, we talked about dictionary earlier. We'll talk more about dictionaries later. So if you want to have a dictionary here, you can place that as well. Say, for example, I don't want to specify the substitution this way. Rather, I will create a dictionary called as say v and have our values specified for x and y in that particular dictionary. So that is also possible. In that particular case, let me create a dictionary called as v, right? And then I can have the value x. This is how you create a dictionary, remember? And then let me have a value y, say 20. Right? And make use of or pass v as a parameter or argument to the substitute method. This is also okay. All right, guys. So that is string templating or templating strings or template strings. Clear? So let us stop here, guys, and continue our discussion in the next class.